What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thanks for clicking on today's video. I have such a good video for you today. Loads of stuff to talk about. For instance, it is a week 4 update of the 75 soft. So I have those 75 soft weight loss results for like 1 month into it, or day 30. What is it? I'm on day 32 of 75. I also have a week 247 update of my weight loss journey, or my journey to rewind my health from morbidly obese to a healthy weight, living a keto lifestyle, a low carb, high protein lifestyle, putting that blood, sweat, and tears in my journey and getting it done. So I have that update for you. And real quick, before I go any further, I will say I am not a medical doctor. I am not a healthcare professional. This is just my story and what works and what doesn't work. At the end of the day, you do you. You know yourself best. This is just what I'm doing. So, but if you do like what I'm doing, you want to see more, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so you don't miss any videos. And hey, maybe if you are new here and you're in the same boat as me, maybe this inspires you to get up and do something too. So with all that said, let's talk about today's video. And I just want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Element. Element electrolytes have been my absolute go-to, my favorite, the best electrolytes, especially for those of us on a keto, low carb, active lifestyle. These have been coming in clutch. Especially since I've been doing these 75 soft, and you're supposed to be getting like 2.5 to 3 of these a day of water. Well, when you put a nice, delicious packet of electrolytes, it just makes that water go down so much easier. In addition to that, you're getting a science-backed ratio of electrolytes. So each packet contains 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, all without any gluten, no fillers, no sugar, no flavorings, no weird stuff, just delicious tasting electrolytes. So I put 1 packet in my tumbler here, and this is a 40-ounce tumbler, and I will sip on that throughout my workout. I will sip on it when I'm fasting. It helps get that first tumbler of water in a day, being that you have to get all of your water in if you're doing the 75 soft. And then I just fill this up with water for the rest of the day, and I'm good to go. So you can get this free sample pack with any order using my special link down below. You can use it as many times as you want, but this link is only available with me. So go to drinkelement.com/keto rewind. That is drinklmnt.com/keto rewind. Thanks, Element, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to the rest of the week update. Okay, so where do I even begin? So much good stuff to talk about. And I have been on a roll for a while. I started the Fitness Everyday Challenge back in October, where I committed to myself to be active every day, take the fitness journey side of things, not necessarily more the weight loss journey. So that somehow led me into the 75 soft direction. And then that kind of took the same angle that I was going for with a more longer duration. So like a 75-day challenge. So currently today is day 32 of 75 or week 4. I'm a couple days into this, so I've actually lost more than this, but we're gonna do the 4-week official numbers. This way we have that for record. So as of the 4-week mark, I am down 11 pounds. So that is fantastic. I haven't pulled numbers like that in I don't know how long. It feels so good to be back, to be inspired, to be wanting this again, and for believing in myself, that kind of thing. Basically, speaking of believing in myself, I've finally had that courage to believe in myself again, to see what I can do, because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So be your first fan, your number 1 first fan first, and get it done. Just the hardest part of this whole thing was starting again and getting over my headspace where I'm like, I'm gonna fail again, or what's the point, or this sucks, or I missed those foods or whatnot. All of that self-talk that goes in your head that's negative, you got to tune that out, and you just got to start, and you got to believe in yourself and know it gets better. And here I am 32 days later and living so much happier and have such better habits. So for those of you that are not sure of the 75 Soft Challenge, I'll link the website below that I got my information from. It is not my challenge. This is just something that I found with one of my besties here locally, and we're doing it together. So, but go there, and I also will put my videos for my like weeks 1, 2, and 3, prior to that in the comments. And I'm also putting more detailed information on my other channel, Overactive Fork, so also linked down below. So anyways, getting back on topic. So now that I'm 4 weeks into this, my routine has started to feel more normal, or like it's what I do type thing versus this is new, this is weird, this is, all the differentness of starting a new challenge or a new routine. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to lose this weight. I want to change my life and actually mean it. Change the lifestyle. The lifestyle that I envision for myself includes workouts, healthy eating, self-care, getting everything that I want out of life and going after it. I don't want this to be self-destructive habits, yo-yoing, worlds of diets, always losing weight. I don't want that anymore. The only way to get there is to actually make that change. And when you build a new lifestyle, it takes time. And it's gonna feel weird at first. And all of a sudden it's like, oh man, this isn't so bad. And then it becomes something you look forward to, and then it's not such a big deal anymore. And you plan for it. And just as you would be like, say you're a mom and you take your kids to school every morning, you take your kids to school and you pick them up. It's part of your day, it's what you do. Same thing, same type of mentality when it comes to a weight loss journey where you want to make the lifestyle change. So that means I start my morning off every day and I'm reading my book. It's part of the challenge. And I love to read. I read for an hour every morning. This particular challenge only says you have to read 10 pages. I could read all day. I'm so in love with reading again. Turn the TV off, turn off the social media, turn off the news, and bury yourself in a book instead. I promise it will do so much for your mental health. And then when your mental health is on check, you're not doing the emotional overeating thing, and that, and that yo-yo, that vicious cycle just keeps going and going. So I literally pump the brakes on all that other stuff, and I read in the morning for my pleasure, and it feels so good. And while I'm reading, I'm sipping my coffee, and then I transition to start drinking water for the rest of my day. And then it comes to my favorite part of the day is my workout. And it is all about strength training these days and just feeling so good and getting that endorphin rush when you complete a workout. And then we start planning for dinner. It's just this thing that feels so natural now. But when the first couple of weeks, it felt so foreign. But point being, you just have to start. And you got to do it once, you got to show up, and then you got to show up tomorrow, and then you're going to show up the next day, and so on and so forth. And next thing you know, you're 32 days into a challenge and you're down 11 pounds. So anyways, and that's the other thing. I have been in ketosis for the past month. I have not actively been trying to be in ketosis. I am actually eating all the vegetables, regardless of what color they are. I'm also eating things like beans, but I'm eating them in moderation. I'm eating them around workouts, that kind of thing. So although being in ketosis has not been my actual goal, somehow I've been finding myself in ketosis, which explains again why I feel so good. But being in ketosis is not my goal. Overcoming obesity is my goal. And I will segment that into a huge non-scale victory. Being that I've toned down, I give up all sugar, all processed foods. I am very basic, if it's meat and vegetables and healthy fats, that's what's on my agenda. Nothing else. And I am feeling so good from that. And I'm riding the high of that feeling so good that when Halloween comes around and it is just a motherload of candy and sugar and all those things that I used to cripple me in the past, I can honestly say I have still not even had one piece of Halloween candy. Not even a keto version. No. I literally don't want it. And it is so weird because normally I see Halloween as, oh, I can have 11 pieces of candy today and no one will judge me because it's Halloween and I'll justify it. No. I don't even want it. It was almost like when my kids were like, here's a Reese's peanut butter cup, your favorite. And I'm like, no thanks. It doesn't do it for me. Like, I know when I eat that, it's not gonna hit the spot. It doesn't taste like they used to. It's loaded with shit, and it's going to start triggering all of those urges and emotions and everything that comes with the self-destructive behavior that sugar does to me. And it is so much easier to say no, because I don't want that anymore. And I could not be prouder. And I didn't even realize I didn't eat any until a couple days after. And I'm like, holy moly, like, what? Who is this girl? So like my shirt says, yeah, nah. So let's see. The other thing is, while I have been actively trying to make the lifestyle change into the new, healthier version of me, what I envision myself doing, what I envision feels good and sustainable, I had to keep digging and trying. And like, I know there's this channel, I've been on this for 4.5 years, and I'm not at my goal weight, but you cannot heal from a wound until you find this. You cannot heal a sore until you find the wound. It'll just keep bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And until you find the source of where it's coming from, the wound will never heal. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because you absolutely can't give up. I am here I don't even know how many days I've been doing this, but I've at least been 4.5 years of tries and failures, of attempts and failures. And here I am today, back on the downward trend and like figuring it out again and seeing what works and what doesn't. And it has been so clear that the more attempts that I've been doing at this, the better I'm getting and the better I'm finding the source of the sore so that I can heal my wounds and change. And that is just like, it's so powerful. And I can't stress enough, please don't give up. Just because you might have failed this week doesn't mean much. Like, there's always today, there's always tomorrow. You can start again, and nobody can say you can't do this. Like, you have to believe that you can do it. And when you are actively trying, you will eventually find where the leak is coming from, and then you can start working on that spot. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I knew that I had to give up a lot of the things in my life to be able to be healed again and to learn how to live without those things. So until I was ready to deal with it and to take that first step and to push myself through and believe in myself and quiet all the, I can't do this, it's too hard, I don't have time, I'm too busy, or whatever the excuse is in my head, I had to be stronger than that. And it was the only way I was going to get this done, because if there's one thing I absolutely hate doing is losing weight over and over again. So yes, it's annoying to still have to be back on this journey and to getting back there, but it has to be done. And that's been the only person that can get it done is me. So that's why I say I have no problem if people attack me and throw shade at me. Go right ahead, because right now I am so freaking happy. I'm so empowered and I'm so determined. Nothing else could even possibly get in my way of getting what I want done. And that is where I'm at, and that's why I'm in such a good place, and that's why there's nothing going to get in the way of my goals at this point, because I feel like I'm finally figuring it out. Had I not failed all those times before, I would not be here today learning the lessons properly this time and having that wisdom to take with me and move forward and actually make those changes. I hope that makes sense. I hope it inspires you to try again. I hope that means that even if you might have had Halloween candy, it's not over. Keep moving forward. Believe in yourself. Take the time and just do it. So that is all for me this week. If you want to try Element electrolytes, use my special link down below, and I'll see you at the next one. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.